Let's read some Glitch in the Matrix stories, part 126. I'm 31 now, and I experienced a glitch in the Matrix, or maybe a haunting, when I was 17 years old. I grew up in the suburbs where there wasn't much to do on the weekends. I would describe my friend group as the artsy nerds. Being teens who were just getting our driver's licenses, we mostly drove around on weekends, listened to music, and took pictures. There was this one road that led into the next town that really didn't have much on it at all except for a big abandoned house. It was a beautiful Victorian-style house. I'm sure we were not allowed to be there, but the doors were never locked, and we always stopped to walk around and take pictures. Cars would always drive by as this house was right along the road, and I think people in the area knew my friend group and that we were good kids, so they just left us alone. Anyway, we would always joke that the house was haunted, but never really experienced anything odd until one evening. This evening, myself and one friend went for a drive and stopped at the house. I was driving the car and we pulled into the dirt driveway of the house. When you pulled up into the house, there was a large, flat, grassy area right next to the driveway. I always imagined that this is where people would have parked when they lived in the house. So I was parked in the driveway with this flat, grassy area right next to the car. We did the usual walk around the house a little bit, snapped a few pictures, and decided to head home. Here's where it gets weird. By this time, it was starting to get dark. We got in the car and I put it in reverse to back into that flat, grassy area. All of a sudden, the car stopped rolling backward as if we had hit something, or I hit the brakes, which I did not, and the car was rocking from front to back. It felt like the back tires were lifting up and then back down and up and back down again. It felt like we were about to fall off a cliff. What? Looking out the windshield, we could even see the car rising up to where we could see more sky than ground and then go back down to the ground. I was terrified and I looked at my friend to see that he also looked terrified. He screamed, "Drive forward!" And I did. I threw the car in drive and I drove up a few feet and parked the car. We both jumped out to see what we had almost fallen into. I remember thinking, okay, a cliff is a bit dramatic, but there must be a ditch or something. We investigate and there was nothing but that flat spot. Even behind the flat spot was wooded area, but as we walked beyond the trees, we saw that it was flat as well. We started walking back to the car and my friend said, "You felt the car rocking, right? It felt like we almost fell into something." I agreed, and this cleared any doubt that I had gone crazy and he didn't experience the same thing. As time went on, my friend group talked about this often and still have no idea what caused this, and we never experienced anything weird at that house again. What do you think, glitch or ghost? First of all, why are we going back to the house? I mean, I guess it's okay because it wasn't actually the house. It wasn't like in the house that something bad happened. I mean, if you haven't ever experienced anything else in the house, I feel like I doubt it was a ghost, right? That maybe didn't want you there, because I feel like it would have happened multiple times, or something would have happened multiple times. Maybe you were like stuck between two dimensions and in one dimension there was a cliff and then the other there wasn't. I don't know. What do you guys think?